This is a video tutorial of the activity page in the new Telenotes website. Now this is going to be a bit longer of a video tutorial to go in depth in the activity tool. So we'll go ahead and click on the activity tool. And before we get started, the best way to look at this is to open up a call note. So the activity tool is all of this call note information in table form. Right, so you have date fields, the company, some company fields, call type, contacts, and then call note fields. So in this case, this demo account is a manufacturer rep firm, so these are the lines. And all of those are going to show up in the activity tool. They're going to show up in two places. One is under the filter and two under columns. And we'll get more into that a little bit later. Next is the follow-up information. So you're able to see all of this information in table form. The idea behind this is to be able to search call notes and also create lists and create things that you can come back to. It is a little bit involved to get it set up at first, but I'll give you an example here. So let's say in this case, they have a call note field that's called Armstrong. And we could say that this is inside support or product issues or whatever call note fields you have. If you're interested in seeing, show me all call notes where there is something in this call note field. To do that, you go to columns, search for that call note field. I'm going to uncheck the narrative box as well, because that narrative is just showing the first populated narrative field just to give you a snapshot of that call note. So we'll uncheck that, do Armstrong, hit apply. Now I'm still seeing all those same call notes, and there's a bunch of blank ones because Armstrong, there hasn't been anything under there. So I'm going to add a filter, search Armstrong again, select that, and then I have a bunch of options for this text field. I can do contains any of, and I can put a keyword in there. I can do contains all of. I can have multiple words in there or just one. In this case, I'm going to select is not empty because I'm only looking for call notes where this call note field is populated, because I'm going to take this and send it to Armstrong, or I'm going to take this, if it's my inside support narrative field, I'm going to send this to my inside support team. I apply filter, and now I'm seeing all call notes where Armstrong is populated. Now you can add another filter. You can go by call date, and you can have is equal to, is before, is after, is between, all these different ways to look at the dates. We're just concerned with anything that's in 2019. So I select is after, do the date, go to 2019, January 1st, apply filter. Anything after January 1st, 2019. That's what I have here. You have them here as well, so if I wanted to change those, I can click on each of those, make my changes, and then click apply filter. Now, that was involved to get to this point, right? But then I can go in here, click save as, type in whatever I want. I can name this anything. In this case, I'm going to name it Armstrong. Hit save. Now, you just saw that this changed to Armstrong. So you can access those saved lists right here. These are your lists, the ones that you have. And if I come in and add this to the team, then it's going to show up here. And anyone that logs in to Telenotes that's on my team is going to see this here. I can also move back to my list if I just want it for me. But those lists are accessible at any time. So I'm doing something else on the website, or if I log out and log back in and come back the next day, at any time, I can come in and run the Armstrong report. Now, this is a specific date, but I could come in and just as easily change this date to update it. There's also running dates, so I could just do is last month or is last 7 days. Then every time I run this report, it's giving me the most recent information. That's one example of a list you might create. And if I make changes to this Armstrong list, so I change the date and I do want it to be something, so it's where it is last month, I can do that and then hit save, and then my changes are saved to that list for Armstrong, and you see call date is last month. And that's what you can see here. So that's going over the columns, the filters, editing those. There's also a detail view that shows these call notes just in a different way. If that is more friendly, user-friendly for you, you can switch between that. The filtered information is still active here, but you just see more there. There's also an export feature. So if we go back, we'll change this just to get a few more call notes. I can export all of the rows. And then here's that export. It has the columns that I selected. Now, if you want more columns than are given here, you can come to columns. You can add in any of the company information, billing, shipping address, follow-up information, any information that you'd like to add. You can select those there and then click apply. Another good one is we'll go back to all call notes. You can click here and then go to all call notes. Here, if you add a filter, there's an option here called any narrative, and that allows you to search all the call note fields. So the ability to search through all of these fields, and you can type in a keyword there, apply that filter, and it will display those call notes that fit within that filter. Also, if there's a quick way to do that as well, if you come to this top bar, it's searching for companies, contacts, and call notes. We're going to look for the word promotion. So this is also searching my call notes. It's giving me 8 matches. So if I click see all 8 matches, it's now showing me all call notes that contain the word promotion. So you can go in and add this filter, right? Because this is what it does anyways. Any narrative contains any of promotion. But to do it quickly, you can just do it in that top bar. Another helpful thing is to do all follow-ups. And with follow-ups, we are given follow-up information. Here's the follow-up start, assigned to, and complete. You could filter by follow-up complete where it is false. We're looking for follow-ups that aren't complete. We haven't done them yet. Where the follow-up task is not empty. And where the start date is right in between, where it exists within a specific month. If you have any questions about the activity list, there's a lot that can be done here, and where you continue to optimize and add different fields as well. Let us know if there's anything we can do to help. Thank you.